me on blood pressure medicine the rest of my life. I was on it for 7 years, and I no longer take any prescription medications.
My name is Amy Prescott, and I became an ambassador in August of last year. And I started taking the products because I was diagnosed with lupus, and I would have brain fog, and I had shooting stars all the time. I had to quit driving for 4 years. Needless to say, I drive like a maniac, so stay out of my way. And because I'm a teenager again, I'm off all my lupus medicines. I have no more rashes. And I have real color hair because I don't dye anymore because it's too pretty not to show. I have no more aches and pains from the lupus and fibromyalgia. And I have to tell my mom's because she couldn't come. But my mom is 69 years old. I put my mom on it. She has RA, fibromyalgia, and chronic fatigue syndrome. My mother hadn't walked in 8 years. Seriously, my mom is walking now. And she has no more neuropathy. Her legs were weeping. They thought she had chronic congestive heart failure. It's not so. She was on 16 medications. She takes one time a day. Plexus is her life.
Hi, my name is Angela. I've been with Plexus for a year. I've lost 22 pounds. Can't tell you my inches because my husband lost my little paper. But I went down everywhere else. So I have metal rods in my back. I had a Parts defect, so I had a fusion in 2011. I lose my leg a lot when I walk, but Plexus gives me the energy and it takes some of that pain away for me. So I can go to the gym. I try to get on the treadmill and do a little bit more instead of just being really lazy and worrying about my back all the time. So, and my daughter actually, she has anxiety a lot. She's 17, and so we got her on the Probio 5, and she takes that, and she is awesome. When she's out, we know it, so we know we need to order her some more. And a lot of her friends actually have gotten on it now because it's making their acne go away from that age, so it's really, really good for the kids too. But we just love all the products also.
I'm John Wilson from Centerville, Tennessee. Retired Air Force veteran, disabled. And 17 years with chronic inflammation around my whole left shoulder from torn cartilage that was diagnosed as tendonitis for 8 years. And finally, 2 surgeries, missing 10 centimeters of my collarbone in my left arm. And so basically I would wake up not wanting to get out of bed. And so my sons would have to come in with their shoulders, their knuckles, whatever they could, to break down the muscle tension all the way around my shoulder, just to get me to be able to pop my shoulder to get me willing to get out of bed. That was before April of last year. We started April 17th, and April 18th, 19th, I'd already started noticing the difference. Kristen A. Barrett's house, on the 15th, we were at, and they gave us the cream. And I was like, the faster the cream, I was like, wow, if that works, what will the capsules do? And in 3 days of taking the capsules the way they say to stack it, I was totally pain-free for the first time. And then I just recently realized I'm sleeping and having dreams. I have sleep apnea. Sleep apnea you do not have, and anybody that has sleep apnea in here knows you do not have dreams because you do not get that far in your sleep. And I'm dreaming now, and I don't use my CPAP machine. Never had, because I just don't like it. So, but, I don't even worry about not using it because I'm actually dreaming, so.
Hi y'all, my name is Amina, and I have lost 36 pounds. More importantly, when I first started Plexus, my triglycerides were over 400, and my LDL cholesterol was 257. My cholesterol and triglycerides were both within a normal range after 90 days of being on Plexus. My hair was falling out to the point that I was ready to get wigs. It was so thin that when I put my hand on my head, all I could feel was scalp. And my hair started going back and was slim, and I recently added X Factor, and it's made a huge, huge difference. And that's just so important to me. You just don't know what that does to your self-esteem. I've gotten off of anti-anxiety and depression medication that I've been trying to get off for 10 years. I got off of acid reflux medicine. I can't even name them all, but I'm only on one now, and I was on 7 before. I can't even remember them all. So it's just made a huge difference in my life, and I'm just so thankful for Plexus.
I don't know, do you guys think Plexus works? My name is Cindy Nichols. I've been on Plexus for 18 months, and my thyroid levels have dropped. I was at 200 micrograms of sensory today. I'm down to 125. I've dropped 43 pounds. I started Plexus for my kids and my sister, and I was pretty sure it wasn't going to work for me because I've done everything out there, including just not eating. I went an entire week without eating, and I sleep better. I have more energy. All my side effects from my medicine are gone. My cholesterol's dropped. Hormones are balanced. I've not been below 200 pounds in 30 years, and I went from a 26 to a 14. And the main reason I started it, my youngest daughter has migraines, ocular regular migraines. She has food allergies, animal allergies, allergies to everything, anxiety, and eczema, and all that is completely gone. She's not been back to the doctor. My eldest daughter has PCOS, and they told her she would never have children, and now she's pregnant with twins. She had huge positive cysts on her ovaries. She didn't want children, and then she came to me crying, and she was like, they said I can't have children. I was like, you don't want children? She's like, well, I want the option. So she actually, we found out that she actually, I think she was probably about 12 weeks, and we found out she actually got pregnant twice. The little boy is actually a week and a half older than the little girl. So it's like, this is like the 12th case that they've ever heard of. So it's like, is that possible? It's possible. So she's like, really, girl?
This is fun. I wonder if I can be here. My name is Victoria. I'm from Asheville, Kentucky. We're looking down. My upline on us. I'm probably the oldest Plexus person here. I've been in Plexus less than 2 months. I was such a skeptic. My daughter came to me and said, Mom, I want to do this. I've heard she got quite large. And I've been ill, I've lost some weight, but, you know, I really needed to lose weight. I couldn't breathe. I walked. Have you seen people who walk like this? They can't pick up their feet. I shuffled my feet. I could not walk from my parking lot at work, and I had a front row parking by the door to the reception area without sitting down and having. I also had bronchial asthma, COPD. I'm a diabetic. I had thyroid medicine. I had high blood pressure. I had panic and anxiety to the point that I had to be on medications that are so strong that they should be illegal. I just can't tell you. But anyway, my little daughter wanted to borrow money and I wouldn't do it. I'm like, no. When I've done enough of this sweet stuff, I'm not doing it. So she prayed about it for 6 months. And she managed to come together with the money. And she started it. Now, we live together. She lives in my house, her family. But we work separate shifts and I very seldom see her. And she walks into the garage and clothes that I had given her from when I was sick and had lost the weight were literally hanging off her body. And I'm like, oh my God, what have you done? What are you doing? And she said, it's Plexus, Mom. I said, thanks, Dad. Well, you better give me some of it. And my story goes on. I mean, you all, I am a different person. I am less than 2 months. In less than 2 months, I have no idea how much total weight I've lost now. We don't run the scales. Because it's sad when you look at the scales and you weigh almost 300 pounds, so you don't buy them, you don't look at them. I have no idea. I do know that between October the 14th and December the 14th, my daughter lost over 2 feet in inches, and she lost 27 pounds. 2 feet. You know, in my rings, this one's about to fall off right now. My old woman, my watch, my Fitbit is up around my arm. You know, get one, makes you move, you never think about it. But I'm off of my thyroid medicine. I am off of the antidepressants. I'm sleeping all night. I used to be up 5 and 6 nights a week. I no longer have restless legs. My daughter had restless legs to the point she wore holes in the sheet. She'd have nice sheets except for this big hole at the foot, where her foot worked all night long. And she no longer has it. I'm gonna brain dead, but it's the best thing that has ever happened. Don't let anybody tell you it's hard work. It's not. It is not hard work. It's the most fun I've had in my life. I've got 8 ambassadors, and
I'm Vicki Robness, and I'm a Senior Gold Ambassador with Plexus. I've been with Plexus since June of last year, and one of my dear friends, who's a fellow fitness trainer, was posting about Plexus, and at first I just kind of passed it by. I was like, oh, you know, why is she doing that? But she mentioned something about Lori Harrison's sister who had food sensitivities, and at that point I was dealing with tested 66 food sensitivities, and to things like lettuce, oats, avocados. That one made me cry. So healthy food that you're supposed to be able to eat. And so I got started with Slim first because I had to take these really slow because I was so sensitive to everything. Started the triplex the next month, and within 5 weeks, we went for my mother's 75th birthday party, and I was able to have cake for the first time probably in about 5 years without reacting. I have since been able to eat pretty much anything that I want to. I still choose to eat healthy, but I can if I have a piece of cake, it's cool. It's not a big deal. My mother has since gotten on the products, and she avoided glaucoma surgery by being on the X Factor, the nerve health support, and the ProBio 5 she went for a consultation, and her surgical consultation, and her surgeon said, I don't know why your eye doctor sent you here, your eye pressure's just fine. And she's 75, and she became an ambassador after telling me, I'm not gonna do this. But I only lost 3 pounds, so I don't have like this huge weight loss thing, but I did lose 12 inches, which shows the amount of inflammation that I was dealing with. And it was just strictly just to be able to eat regular food again and not react. It was huge. It was huge. I did, yes.
Well, okay, I'm sitting here realizing that Chris must have had restless leg syndrome because he used to rub